After we spent some great days in Mendoza exploring the Parque Nacional Aconcagua and the vineyards of Luján de Cuyo, we had to go back to Buenos Aires for our last day. We flew with Norwegian Air Argentina, a low-cost airline which operates since end of 2018 in the country. It was a great and affordable flight to the Jorge Newbery Airport, and after we arrived we started our trip to Santa Susana Ranch to learn more about the gauchos of Argentina. What's up guys, it's Rob from Rob's Quest, and today we are at the Gaucho Ranch, which is called Santa Susana, and we are spending the day here. Let's explore this area right now. We go to the museum and afterwards we learn how to ride a horse, and later we have an asado, which is an Argentinian barbecue, and I already saw it on the grill. It looks so delicious, so I cannot wait to do this. So let's explore this area and yeah, let's see what we find here. Santa Susana is about 100 kilometers away from Buenos Aires city center. It takes about an hour to reach the ranch, and once there, we were greeted with Malbec wine, juice and empanadas. On the ranch you will find a few good boys, a chapel, a museum, a restaurant and of course the huge area for the horses of the gauchos. We first visited the chapel and then the museum, which is a fully furnished home of a gaucho from the 18th century. You will find there many old items and cloths that the gaucho needed at that time. And of course you can see how they lived back then. After we explored the area of the ranch, it was time for lunch. As you can see, we were served delicious Argentine meat with lots of side dishes. While we were eating, there was a dance show on the stage and the performer showed us various traditional dance styles like tango or the Malambo, which is a step dance only danced by the male gaucho. The foot movements are called mudanzas and are taps against the floor. Each mudanza is a unique cycle or figure, and together with the tap dancing, Malambo dancers use boleadoras, which is a type of a throwing weapon, and this is how they perform the dance. After the show, we went to the stables to ride the horses. We were one of the first to ride them, but after we watched how lots of tourists rode the horses, we weren't quite impressed by the fact that those poor animals had to carry around hundreds of people per day. Another fact about gauchos is that they are skilled horsemen. Without a horse, the gaucho feels unmanned. Gauchos became greatly admired in legends and became an important part of the regional culture tradition. The main tasks of gaucho were to take care and move their cattle on the fields and taming animals. A typical drink of the gaucho, which is nowadays widely common in Argentina, is mate, a hot drink with herbs, which is kind of a tea. The gauchos performed an interesting show where they tried to catch a ring with a stick while they had their eyes closed and rode their horses. As soon as the show was over, we went to the bus and headed back to Buenos Aires and spent our last evening there before we went back to Germany. We had our last day in Buenos Aires. It was the Gaucho farm experience. I had a different expectation of that because I thought that I have no idea what I thought. I thought that it's like a real ranch feeling. The Gauchos showing how they live and what they do, maybe with a herd of cows, and I had a different imagination what this will be. And now we are back in Buenos Aires. We had a bit of a problem because we wanted to go to Uruguay, to Colonia del Sacramento with a ferry, and as we stand at the terminal and we want to pay for the ticket, because I only had a credit card, it was denied 2 times, and then we tried to go to the ATM and get some money because we haven't had any cash on us anymore, like 250 pesos, which is around $5-6, and I realized that my credit card was blocked, and I called my bank and they told me yes, because of security reasons they blocked my card and they did send me a new one, and we ended up without going to Uruguay because of that, because we haven't had any cash with us, and the other bank card from my private bank account was left in the safe here in the hotel room, so we didn't go to Uruguay, but we had a blast here in Argentina. It's such a really awesome country with lots of cultural aspects. Well, the food is, there's not much variation, but you get very good meat here, obviously because Argentinian meat is one of the best in the world. And now we're preparing for our departure, which will happen tomorrow, and we go back to Germany, and afterwards I have no idea where to go. So it's a big surprise what is happening next. And right now it's the end of the Argentina series. I hope you had fun. I had it for sure. If you had, so please subscribe to my channel and give me a like to this video if you enjoyed it. Until then, I have to say thanks and goodbye. See you next week. Oh, actually I have to show you the sunset here. Or look at that, this way, it's just beautiful here. So if you come to Buenos Aires, I can recommend the NH 9 de Julio, which is directly located at the widest avenue in the world. I guess it's 100 meters wide. You can see it here. The sun setting over the roofs on this side is spectacular, but on the other side it's way more spectacular. So if you come here, NH Hotel 9 de Julio, perfect spot to explore the city because it's in the micro center. You've been seeing it in the last videos, I guess. So for now I really have to say thanks and goodbye, and I see you next week.